gals, motorcycle fans. How's everybody doing? It is strange weather out here. My truck says it's 77 degrees, which is 15 to 20 degrees cooler than it's been. I don't know, this camera is not very good at skies, but I don't know if you could pick up that sky, but it looks pretty sketchy out there. So I'm going to try to ride today, but I may not be able to. I'm going to meet a buddy for coffee right now. You know, my absolute obsession with buying another motorcycle, it's just terrible. I've done so much research, and I'm looking at a CB650F, CB650R. I've decided that the CB300R is just not enough, 30 horsepower. But you know what? I've been looking at the Svartpilen from Husqvarna, the Black Arrow, the 401 with 40 horsepower, 330 pounds. Cool as hell. Semi-knobby tires, so you can take it down fire roads. God, it's a cool looking machine. And there was one for sale about 100 miles from here for $4,500, and I offered the guy $4,000. First of all, I asked my wife if she'll just leave me if I buy another motorcycle. She's undecided, and so I offered this guy $4,000, and he said, well, for $4,000 I'll take off the pipes and the mirrors. I said, no, I want those. How about $4,200? And he came back and he said $4,300, or he's going to sell it to this guy in Nashville. Meanwhile, I just should not be buying a motorcycle right now. I just shouldn't be doing it. So I passed, which is a great moral victory, but also kind of disappointing. So, you know, I got to get some mileage out of the Valkyrie, and actually I'm not getting rid of the Valkyrie, so it'd be two motorcycles, insurance goes up, taxes go up, and of course license registration for the new bike. It sucks not being Jay Leto, you know. I'd be very happy with his garage. But, so that's the story. So anyway, I'm going to go meet this buddy for coffee. There will be no Svartpilen today, but someday I'm going to figure it out. And maybe get a ride in. We'll see. Rocking my Vostok. Okay, this is my favorite watch of all the watches I bought. And this thing was all scratched up. And I bought a little tube of poly watch. Oh my God! It took out scratches you wouldn't believe. Just scratches gone. Fantastic product. I was sure I'd have to take this thing to a jeweler and get a whole new crystal. So yeah, poly watch. I'm what you call a believer. So as usual, no idea where I'm going. But definitely want to put an hour in on this thing. I came so close to buying that Svartpilen 401. So close. But honestly, except for the thrill of a new bike, I don't know what I get out of that, but I don't get out of this. Yeah. Alright, boys and girls, I want to put a little bit of air in these tires and do one little tweak to the suspension as well. I forget which side the suspension knob is on. I think it's on this side. Yeah. So I just want to go like one click softer. Why is that so hard? Oh, it doesn't click. Alright, so I don't know, 1/8 of a turn. There's my battery. Very easy to get at because I still have to run power to that thing. I will never ever live long enough to figure out why the guys at the dealership didn't do that when I asked them to. How they could possibly think what they did was helpful. Because it wasn't. What's going on here? It shouldn't be that hard. Jesus, that was a little more difficult than it should be. Alright. Let's get some air in these tires. So obviously both of these tires are hot. So, tire pressure's up a little bit, suspension loosened a little bit. Let's see. Ooh, I like it. Yeah, the tires were a little low. They needed that little bit of fill up.
So I have to tell you, this is an absolutely marvelous motorcycle. And you know, the seating position for me is absolutely perfect. There's nothing else I want. The handlebars, my knees, my feet, where they are, absolutely perfect. And as you see, I just put some air in the tires. Maybe they were low because I've kind of struggled to get much above 100 miles an hour on this thing before. And it's about, you know, nerve and so forth and stupidity. But just now, man, I hit 110, no trouble at all. And it just feels sharper, more planted, more controllable. So maybe those tires were a little bit on the low side. They look pretty damn good still, but that helped. Because they're hot, I took the front up to 38 and the back to 42, and by no means that's not too much for hot tires. So that was a freaking blast. And you know, with the exception of a couple of those dirt roads I saw, that might have been fun to go down. What can I do on a Svartpilen that I can't do on this, you know? This has the power and the comfort and the looks and the presence and the storage, and man, I love new motorcycles. I sure do, but until I can afford a couple of them at the same time, this is it. No two ways about it. So, thanks for coming along, and bye for now, guys.